Right, so here's my pitch for my BCM 216, final project. The working title at the moment is Another Day, which will probably be changed. It's not the best, but yeah, it'll do. So my focus will be on audio storytelling. That's my medium of transmedia I've chosen. So yeah, mostly just sound effects and music. Now, my project will be operating largely on pathos. In other words, my focus is on conveying a certain emotion more than a narrative, although, of course, a narrative will also be present. So, Siobhan McHugh sums up my thoughts on audio pretty well here. Audio's non intrusiveness compared to video facilitates revelation and the expression of deep emotion. So, there you go. So my proposal is here. So my narrative follows a protagonist who has finished their work shift late at night and is now finding their way home. Or at least this is the most basic outline I have down at the moment. The audio track, I'll be creating plunges the listener into the surroundings. For example, the now empty shopping centre or the sound of bustling traffic as opposed to the quiet suburbia. And in doing this, a sense of the protagonist's state of mind will be reflected. So while there will be a narrative, of course, my focus remains on invoking a feeling more than anything else. So some of the themes that I guess I've already alluded to. Isolation is a big one, as the space created in the audio will be devoid of any other individuals, and this will reflect the character's mood, which I guess is where the loneliness comes in. And also fatigue, as this is very much like a very mundane activity, just going from work to home. So this is very much a routine, a daily routine, and through that the tone is indifferent. So my main source of inspiration was through Ricky Howard's Taxi Stops, which I guess was shown in a tutorial a few weeks ago. I was impressed by its ability to like transport me to the story's city setting, and I was really impressed by that. I felt really there, and instead of visuals, Howard provides a narration accompanied by also the sound effects and the music. That tells a story that is a stream of consciousness in nature. Like it's less focused on getting the protagonist from A to B, but more on just like recreating the atmosphere of an unfamiliar city, and just through that depicting the fear of the unknown rather vividly. And I have a portion of it here, even though I guess most of us have heard it already. Let's see if it'll work.
You travel and you lose hours in the sea. When you land in that new city, far away, you feel as if you're in a movie. Maybe it's the music or the light. How everything, the buildings, the sounds, the people, seems slightly different. Maybe.
All right, so that's a portion of it there. So I really loved the eerie tone created, and it really feels like it's late at night, which I enjoy. I don't know if I'll use the narration myself, but I've considered it. But at the moment, I'm more focused on just creating an atmosphere through like the sound effects and also I guess music as well. So I guess in the context of a group setting, I can see my concept being expanded further by those I guess who have more experience than me in this field, and also I guess also more people who are more adept at telling stories than me. And this will give greater opportunity for sound effects to be captured live rather than purely being taken from the internet, which is I guess mostly what I've been doing so far. And given that my narrative is rather vague at the moment, like I said before, I guess a group setting would allow more ideas to be bounced around that I never would have imagined by myself. So there's that. So for the prototype, I wish to see if I was able to evoke a feeling without dialogue, which is what my overall goal is. So this is the ultimate test while also being a starting point. So I decided to try and recreate my commute home from work, which is more or less what this project is based upon. And in this case, particularly late at night, so I could really get this very specific atmosphere. So in short, much like my main narrative at the moment, it depicts someone walking out of an empty shopping centre and onto a bus. But in the place of a simple plot, I've attempted to create a sense of emptiness, which often comes with at the end of a long day. Alright, so I'll try and get it up here before my laptop explodes. There we are. Right, so yeah, there's my start. Still a work in progress, and still plenty more to add. But yeah, that is my starting point overall. And I do hope in the future I'll be adding music, and hopefully with the help of a group, I'll be able to expand the storyline further. But yeah, that's my project for now. Thank you.